What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Elite. Today I'm just going to be doing a little video on how to make bands for slingshots. So apologize if you get too much background noise. It's a little windy and the shed door might be blowing around a bit. So yeah, what I have here is some ties to attach the bands to the pouch and the bands to the slingshot. I've gotten them right off old slingshot bands that have broken or been used too much or miscuts, so not to waste any rubber. Also, you'll need a rotary cutter. It has to be sharp and cut firmly straight the way through. You'll need a ruler to measure the length of the bands. I do 2 cm bands. You need a pen to mark where the edge of the bands are. And as you can see, this is 13 cm wide and 2 cm bands. We get 4 bands from it and a little ½ cm extra, which I can also use for these. Now, to start off, you have to decide the length of the bands. And at the moment, I've been shooting a lot of 25 cm, which I think, how much do we have left of this roll? Okay, so I'll cut out some 25 cm. I'll mark it at 25 cm. There. And then I'll mark it again lower down. And I will, oh yes, I'm using a regular kitchen cutting board to cut on top of, so it doesn't blunt the roll cutter as much, and the cuts are a lot cleaner. Okay, so take this, put it back so it can be used for some other bands later. And now here's what we have. So let's start by measuring . I hope you've been enjoying the steady stream of videos, and I've been enjoying making them. So once you finish pointing out the 2 sections, align the rulers with 2 dots. You have to do it on both sides to keep it straight, and run the roll cutter straight along the edge of the ruler, and you've got your first band. Yep. And now this is how we make our bands, and this is also how you can make replacement bands . I'm just gonna finish cutting these, and then I'll get back to you when I'm starting the next step. Okay, here's everything I got from that strip. So as you can see, that's 6 nice bits of rubber, and then I got these 2 from the last bit, which I've cut in half to make smaller ties for slingshots. Okay, so you want to take your rubber, and depending on whether you want to make double or single or even triple, but that's a bit excessive, bands, you need to get them, put them together like this, and I'm going to make single, so that's just if you're doing double. And fold it in half and slip it through a hole in the pouch till you're through like this, and should be not that far through. Then use one of the ties, preferably a thin one, and just go like this. Now some people on YouTube, they use band rigs, and to be honest, I've never really had a problem with tying the slingshot bands like this. And go over the thumb twice on the top part, and slip it over. That hasn't worked. Wait. It has, yes. Yeah, so there you go. That's that. And we'll do the same for the other side. And there we go. We got our slingshot bands. Now we take our slingshot and work out which way we're going to hold them. I hold the slingshot in the right hand, so I hold them like this, and the bands go over the top, so I bend them over on this side. When attaching the slingshot bands, see this bit here, make sure it faces outward so the pouch is pretty much straight. And then we're attaching the bands like you've seen before in my videos. Now when you're attaching the pouch, the bands, sorry, to the actual slingshot, how many times you do the wrap and tuck method doesn't really matter. I do one or two. Just depends on how much rubber I've got left when I start to remember to do it. Because when you're doing this, it's a lot harder to calculate how much two rubbers are going to be. Too much two goes around are going to be. So, so there we go. There's landed up slingshot. Now 25 centimeters is quite a light draw weight, and it's really best for just having a little fun. Now these extra bits, I'm just cutting off here, this bit, so it stays a little neater. And if I have any large extra bits like this, when I'm attaching the pouch, I'll do the same thing. But there you go. That's a good attachment that's not going to come undone. And there you go. You just seen me make these bands.